Each of you must scale, fillet, and debone a stunning salmon, come up with a minimum of 10 portions, and cook one of those portions perfectly.
My experience with fish is I go to my fish store and I buy a fillet of fish.
Now, watch very carefully. First off, in order to fillet it properly, you've got to scale it properly, OK? Right, nice sharp knife. Get comfortable with the fish, OK? Tilt the knife forward and just let the knife do the work. Don't over-hack the salmon, otherwise you're going to bruise it.
I'm trying to just memorize every little move he's making, and I'm freaking out.
I'm going to slice through, feel the bone halfway through, and come down, OK? Turn the salmon round, hand on, and just come all the way down. Let the knife do the work. Down, off. First slice, off.
Gordon starts to work on the salmon like he's cutting through butter. And Susie's next to me having a complete orgasm watching. And I'm just thinking, do not be fooled. It is not that easy.
Just trim that tail. So there's my tail. Second portion. Off with the belly, off with the top. Portion size across the board. Nice and fat, look at that, beautiful. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. You're required to get 10, okay? I want one portion cooked beautifully. Tasting delicious, beautifully seasoned. I cook my salmon 95% on the skin, and then 2 minutes before I serve it, I sear it on top so it's pink. We don't go for a well-done salmon. Any questions?
I don't think he gets it. Like, there's nothing we can ask you. You know, it's like, I see what you're doing, but I can't ask you, how do I get better instantly at breaking down the fish?
Now, you've got 45 minutes, starting from now. Off you go.
The contestants have just 45 minutes to scale, fillet, portion, and cook the salmon. It's a tough task for any chef, but having little to no experience makes this pressure test the most difficult yet.
One of the most expensive ingredients, the salmon, the king salmon. Look at it. It's a difficult fish. You've really got to be careful. Just by scaling it, you can destroy the flesh under that skin, which will make it so much harder to fillet. Jennifer looks like she's a chef at home, nailing it. And Tracy looks like she's brushing her hair.
A little timid, a little timid.
Yeah. Almost like she's intimidated by the fish already. 10 minutes gone. 35 minutes to go.
Chef Ramsay's really watching me like a hawk and just shaking his head, so I've got to really make sure these fillets are cut perfect.
My knife is definitely not sliding through like butter, like Chef Ramsay's was.
I'm looking at Tracy, and she's hacking through the salmon, and this fish literally gave its life for this pressure test. And for it to go out in such a manner, it's a travesty.
30 minutes to go.
Adrien, you gotta get cutting.
I keep scaling and scaling, and I don't understand why they're not coming off. I can see Jen and Tracy starting to cut their fish, and I'm still trying to scale mine. It just has me worried that, like, I'm not gonna get all the scales off this thing.
25 minutes to go.
Adrien, you've got to cut. You've got to cut.
I've finally gotten over my scaling problem. Now I need to fillet, portion, and then get one cooked.
So here we see knife skills, chef sensibility, cooking technique,
Precision.
and for them to have to bring all their senses, all their skills to a pressure test like this is pretty amazing.
Yeah. Jennifer's really attacking it, isn't she? Huh? Look at her face.
I actually get the fish completely off the bone. The goal is to have as little flesh on there as possible. And I will say, I'm really proud of what it looks like.
Tracy's got it. The filleting part is the most difficult part of this. Trying to separate, like, the vertebrae from the tail. If I make one wrong move, it's ruined.
I just don't like that. You should now be portioning your salmon.
I will fillet a fish better than all three of them blindfolded. Jennifer's not sharpening her knife at all, and Adrien stroking that fish like it's a cat forever. And then you got Tracy who like can't get the tail plied off the fish. It's killing me. For me, it's like, what's going on down there?
15 minutes to go. Tough one.
Adrien only uses the first 2 inches of the knife. He has very, very, very poor instinctive knife skills. You can see the jagged hacking that's happening to the salmon.
However, Tracy seems to have left 25% of the salmon on the tail.
You know, we'll see how her fillets come up. We asked her to make 10, but, you know, always it's less impressive when you see that kind of waste happening.
Left on the cartilage.
Absolutely.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 cut, 5 to go.
Portioning is a lot harder than I thought. I'm kind of looking at Jennifer's and I'm like, crap, hers look pretty uniform. And then I'm looking at Tracy's and I'm like, crap, hers look pretty uniform too. And then I'm looking at mine and I'm like, they don't look that uniform. I hope that this fish does not send me home.